So traders, hey traders, John Howell here. I want to talk to you about the big problem that's facing right now when it comes to the stock market and you as a trader looking at the stock market. So let's get straight into it. Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty traders, so I'm going to talk to you about the one big problem that a lot of people are facing right now, and I just want to make sure that you are making really good, smart decisions for you on your side. Now here's the facts. 90% of you are going to say, who's this Aussie, Yankee, shrimp on the Barbie guy? Who do you think he is? And then the other 10% say, you know what? I may look into that a bit more. Okay, so let's have a look at this here. Oh, by the way, guys, I'm actually giving away free access to over 20 hours worth of education, weekly insights, monthly coaching calls, so on and so forth. I'm actually giving away a free trial to it. So link in the description, guys. And plus also, I'm giving away 50% off the actual membership. If you actually decide to stay a member, I'm giving you a 50% discount as well too. So just a bit of a happy New Year special, guys. So go get it right now before the trial goes away, the price goes back up and all that sort of stuff. And just go test it all out for free, guys. So the big problem that a lot of people are facing right now when it comes to the stock market is that the thing that a lot of people are thinking right now and a lot of people are doing right now when it comes to the stock market is they're thinking the market is going to continue to go down. And here's the thing, here's the biggest problem that most traders face is accepting the fact that there's no guarantees of something happening, right? So, but we can use probabilities, and also the way we do that as traders is we just let the market tell us at this current point in time what the market is telling us right now. We need to be able to make good decisions right now, right? And so no one knows whether the top is in. Like, we don't know. This box up here, this actually could be the top in the markets. We don't know, right? But if we're looking at probabilities here, we're looking at, okay, if I want to have a long-term trading career, which most of you guys won't, because the fact of the matter is it's called the 90-90. 90% of traders, in 90% of the, in 90 days, 90% of you guys will be losing all your money and you'll be blown out of the markets. That's actually the numbers here, right? I was one of those statistics. About 3 or 4 times, actually. I kept at it. That's what I've been doing it for 17 years. I'm still here. Pow, 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 pow. Right? And I think I'm starting to get a pretty good handle on this thing here right now. Ding, 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 ding. Market just closed. 4 o'clock. Market just closed. And so we can see that's always the biggest problem that a lot of traders face, right? Is they always think that the top is in the markets. And the hardest thing for an individual trader to do is to sit back and say, okay, I have no idea what's going to happen, but let's actually look at what the market is telling us. Let's actually see what the market is telling us. Because if we want to put, when you go buy a piece of property, right? You don't just go, oh, let's actually throw a dart in the sky and wherever it lands, I'm going to buy that piece of property. You don't do that, do you? No. You go find out, especially if it's investment property, you go find out, is it a good investing area? How's the location there? That's what guys do, right? Does the numbers match up, etc., etc. Women, they just go, oh my goodness, darling, it seems so beautiful, let's buy it. It's like off the plan. They jacked up the price of $100,000 and you're like, honey, I know you love it, I know it looks good, and I know you want to be part of it, but let's just relax a little bit here, okay? The numbers don't stack up, okay? Because I'm guarantee you, if the market does nothing for the next 12 months and we buy this off the plan property, oh, darling, I love you. It's like, shut up, you, right? It's like, if I buy this plan off the property, I know that, maybe 12 months down the road when I actually eventually do get the property, I can make it 5 years by the time they finish building the houses, especially the way the market's going today. We buy, I could be underwater by $100,000 or $200,000 on this property, So, darling, this is an investment. Remember, darling. Okay, it's not our forever home, all right? Which our forever home is probably going to be a forever home for 7 years, and then we're going to move to another forever home, and then we're going to move to another forever home, and we're going to have probably 7 or 8 or 10 or dozen forever homes, right? That's what we do. So I want you to apply that same analysis as looking at the markets. Because guys, we never know exactly what's going to happen, but we can always use the probability of, okay, what is this? Is the market topping out? Is the market likely to continue this movement, this trend? Are we in just a pullback before we continue the trend? This is where a lot of traders go wrong. And I saw it last year so many times. And if you followed me for the last 12 months, you would know that throughout this entire time, I had never said, the top is in, the top is in. I always said that these pullbacks are probably going to be short-lived before we see another move up. Now, short-lived, that's, you got to get 5%, sometimes even a big 10% correction. But that's a correction, right? That's an overall correction. That's not a crash, bear market, away we go, here we go, right? No. Brakes on, right? No. What we're looking at here is we're looking at what the market is actually telling us. And so right now, my thoughts and my opinions, just like all you guys, stink a lot of the times, right? Especially when I have too much protein, I don't have a lot of carbs and a lot of green leaf veggies. Sometimes it just, those protein farts, right? That's why I generally have some really good, easy digested protein, like plant protein, egg whites, right? Very easy digestible, so it doesn't really clog up the system. Anyway, the dietary seminar here. So anyway, the purpose of me telling you this is that throughout last year, I kept saying that you'd never want to short a bull market. The trend is your friend until the end. Now, guys, I'm talking about the daily charts here. If you're looking at the shorter term time frames, like the 5-minute charts and the 15-minute charts, yeah, they have their own trend analysis, right? But when we're looking at the stock market right now, and we're looking at the actual trading, we can see that the only thing we have, and the only thing you have as a trader is, okay, what's the market doing right now? Are we about to top out? Are we about to, what is it? See, and the whole analogy, right? The trend is your friend until the end. So what we have is we have a market that goes up. Okay, we're in an upward move. When the market does that, is that a downtrend? No. See, that's where a lot of traders, if you're new to the markets, I want to try to educate you something here. This is where you may be going wrong here. Okay, because the market goes up and then we get a pullback. Now, yes, sometimes this pullback can become a lot more of a pullback and becomes a topping pattern. Okay, but if the market goes for a big, strong move up and then we get a bit of a pullback through here, we never know what this is going to be. But generally speaking, is that if we can get a very strong move up and a very sort of weaker pullback through here, and we get maybe like the whole 50% retracement level. Okay, so if you're new to the markets, 50% retracement is from the low to the high, and you got like 50% of that move. Generally speaking, when the market comes back down through there and bounces, we're now likely to see a continuation. See, what you may be thinking, and a lot of traders think, they think, okay, the top's in because the market's going down. And then saying the market does that again, they're like, hang on a minute, that didn't make sense. I was long, and then I got out. Maybe I went short, and then I got out, and then the market went up again. Oh my goodness, the market's against me. But what most traders don't understand is that these pullbacks, that's all they are. It's just a pullback, because that is the true trend. This is not an uptrend and then a downtrend. No, it's the highs and lows. Higher highs, higher lows. Market goes up, then we have a pullback, right? Goes for a bit of a resting phase, and then we go for a move up again. So if you're new to the market, this is what the market does all the time. You can see here, low, higher low, higher low. Look what's happening right now when we're looking at the stock market. See, if you're trying to call the top right now, oh my goodness, the top's in. Now, I did a video yesterday saying we could be getting ready. I don't know, but we could be getting ready for a 10% correction. No one does know, right? I'm hoping for that, but the analysis that I'm seeing right now as of today says what? We have just made a higher high. So higher high. And then now we're getting what? This whole thing here could just be what? Another pullback. And there you can see the market's pulled back through here. So we don't know exactly what's going to happen. But if you're looking at the probability, and that's all we have, right? There's no certainties in anything. Would you rather be, let me ask you a question here. When trading the markets, would you rather have a 70 to 80% probability of you having a successful trade? Or would you rather have a 20%? Now they're lucid numbers there. It's probably a lot more success rate. But if I put up blank numbers here, I said, okay, you know what? Let's go 80% of the time. 80% of the time, when the market does this, it has a probability of you know, if you look at our strategy, right? The strategy has an 80% win-loss ratio and a 20% loss ratio. If I said to you that blank statement, would you like to trade that? You're like, yeah, oh yeah, let me trade that, right? But see, that's what a lot of traders do. But then what a lot of traders don't realize is that 80% is just following along with the trend. If the trend is making these higher lows, we get a pullback, higher low. Sometimes, yes, we get a much more bigger pullback like we hear right now on the S&P. But that's just what? That's just another big pullback, another nice pullback before a continuation. Pullback, continuation, pullback, continuation. And you can see every time we got these pullbacks, it was a continuation. So if you want to have a longevity career in these markets, and not just a one and done, then would you rather trade at 80% success rate? See, what a lot of traders don't realize is that if that the trend is your friend until the end. And what I mean by 80% success rate is like trading with the trend, as you can see, has been the most profitable strategy, having a trend following strategy throughout this entire last 12 months, then trying to short it, right? Because remember, trying to 20% loss ratio, 20% loss ratio means like, you know what? Yeah, at maybe 10-20% of the time you go long and you actually get stopped out, right? But 80% of the time you go long and the market continues up, right? Because 80% success rate. Now, guys, they're just lucid numbers, right? But I'm trying to give you the most highest probability trade is to continue with the trend. But what a lot of traders do is they try to get into the top. So I saw traders shorted here. I saw traders shorted here. And it's just like, I kept saying, like, don't short a bull market. Don't short a bull market. And so if you are new to the markets here, if you're trying to pick a top, why not flip it on its head and have a much more of a higher success rate and start trading something when you could see even in the last 12 months that if you're trying to have some sort of success in the markets, why not flip it on its head and go with the trend? And yeah, you're probably going to be right 75-80% of the time. Go with the trend, right? Obviously, you need to find good entry points and so on and so forth. And in my free trial I'm giving away, I'll share with you trading systems and approaches and patterns and so on and so forth. You can get all that in that membership there, right? Free access, guys, or free trial. So we get a pullback there, and we can see that these pullbacks are very, 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 very short-lived. And see, where I've done well in the markets is I've been long the markets this whole time. I've been long the S&P for the last 7-8 months now. And while people are trying to short the markets, guess when the trend is your friend until the end. So right now, if I look at the markets right now, the trend hasn't changed. That can change, but right now the market made a low, probably like a bit of a double bottom too, a high. This could just be another high low before the way we go, right? We could find a bit of support level here, and we could start to do something like that, and then away we go again. Like that could actually happen. Actually, there's a lot more probability of that happening than this thing falling off a cliff, right? But then we look at the if scenarios, right? What happens if the market does start to pull back through here? And then we started to get a lower high, and then we started to roll over. What does that mean? Oh, well, now we're starting a downward trend. Why? Because an upward trend has higher lows and higher highs. A downward trend has a lower highs and lower lows, right? So if you're thinking crash, the market doesn't just crash in one day. Even if you go back to the good old Rona situation, right? The good old COVID situation. I want you to realize that if you're afraid of the market crashing and you jumping in the market because you're fearful of missing out on the next crash, then don't do that. Why? Because in your mind, you think one day, oh my goodness, it's going to open up and it's going to be down 10% one day. That's what you think. No, don't do that. No. Breaks. Even in a black swan event, which that's what the corona was, right? Let's actually just put it what it is. It wasn't a crash. It was a black swan event. And a black swan event just freaks people out, right? But look what happened here. Firstly, this whole thing from start to finish took over 1 month. That's over 30 days. Over 30 days, guys. Over 1 month of time for this so-called crash to unfold. Right? So tomorrow the market's not going to wake up. You're not going to wake up tomorrow and the market's going to be down 50%. All right? So let's actually get this out of the road there. So next, the second thing is, look at this here. High. This is a what? A low, a lower high. Break it. So who's in control here? Lower highs, downward trend. And then look what happened. Then we had a very, very, very sharp sell-off. We had a through here, and then we had a sharp sell-off. So as you can see, that's what happened there. So that's actually the big problem facing the stock market right now, and most traders trading the markets. And my hope in doing this video for you is that if you are new to the markets, or maybe you've been just involved with the markets for a couple of years, this is just a good refresher that if you're trying to pick tops in the markets, you're fighting an uphill battle. Like, why do that? Why not flip it on its head and say, you know what? I want a good success rate. I want to trade something with a high probability. And so therefore, the trend is your friend into that. Now, obviously, that's obviously a blank statement. You want to start to apply analysis, or you want to start to apply good entry signals and so on and so forth when it comes to, you know, the way that you trade as well too. So I hope this helps you out today, guys. The big problem facing the markets today. Hey traders, I'm giving away 100% free access to my brand new breakthrough full trading course. This is 8 videos over 10 hours of pure amazing and powerful strategies. This is my most powerful systems and strategies that I've used for the last 16 years, and I'm giving it away for free. So this is what I want you to do right now. I want you to go to johnsfreegift.com, or there should be a link around here somewhere, a button or in the description or somewhere in there. Click on that and you can go get free access to my brand new breakthrough trading course. So go to johnsfreegift.com right now. Go to that right now, guys. You can get full, complete, free membership access. Go do that right now.